Captain America the Winter Soldier is almost here. That means we're in the middle of Phase 2 of Marvel's Cinematic Universe. And so far, I'm not all that impressed. I'm feeling a little bit defeated. Why? We'll get into that in this video. So let's get this terrible party started.
The world was on fire and no one could save me but you.
What's going on, everybody? Kenatonic here. And, you know, I'm not all that thrilled with Marvel Phase 2 so far. I'm not. So far. Now, we all know that Phase 2 is Iron Man 3, Thor in the Dark World, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, and the coming Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, this isn't an official poster or anything, but this looks really, really cool. Oh man. See if you can find all the Avengers in this picture. I haven't yet. So, the first two movies that started off Marvel's Cinematic Universe were Thor in the Dark World and Iron Man 3. Now, I liked both of these movies. I mean, I own them, but they just weren't great movies. Now, we can have the argument about the villains not being that great. Now, I liked Aldrich Killian as the bad guy in Iron Man 3. I mean, he was kind of like Syndrome from The Incredibles. Oh, my hero is a total jerk. I'll kill him. That's what I'll do. And it was kind of interesting. He wasn't as bad of a bad guy as I was expecting him to be. Now, to be fair, I was expecting the Mandarin, like the proper Ten Rings Mandarin, but him being the bad guy wasn't really that bad. But we get to Malekith and Thor in the Dark World, and, you know, I've read some Thor, and, just Malekith in the Thor comics is just so evil and awesome. And when I found out he was going to be the bad guy in Thor in the Dark World, being played by Christopher Eccleston, needless to say, I thought it was going to be pretty great. And then it wasn't. And then let's talk about how these bad guys are defeated. That upset me as well. I mean, Aldrich, not only was he defeated by Pepper, I don't mind him being defeated by a woman, that's not my problem. I mind him being defeated by Pepper. And it's not just that it was Pepper, it's that, really, you kick a missile at him and make it explode after he survives the Iron Man suit self-destructing. He can't handle a missile. And then Malekith, what happens to him? Defeated by sticks. At this rate, the Winter Soldier's going to be defeated by getting hit in the head with a rock. Ronan the Accuser, the bad guy in Guardians of the Galaxy, is going to be defeated by a swift kick in the nuts. And Ultron's going to be defeated when Tony Stark has a brilliant idea of dropping a bucket of water on him. But I digress. At the end, the villains being defeated and how they were defeated isn't really what brought these two respective movies down. For me, anyway. Now, remember, I said that I liked them, but there was something about both of these movies that just didn't feel as good. I mean, the first Iron Man was a couple scenes short of a masterpiece. Now, Iron Man 2, we're not going to talk about it. Iron Man 3 makes up for Iron Man 2, but, whatever. And the first Thor was just great. I enjoyed that movie thoroughly. But for Thor to go from the first Thor being so great to this one being not so great is, of course the action is up, of course, but it just didn't feel as good to me. I don't know. It's hard to put my finger on. Now, like I said, Iron Man 3 was better than Iron Man 2, but I'm pretty sure some 7-Eleven vasectomies were better than Iron Man 2. But to call Iron Man 3 better than the first Iron Man? I'd be telling you a lie. And then there was this whole thing. When I saw the release of the the release of the poster for Thor in the Dark World, and then looked at the poster for Iron Man 3 and saw that they were the same poster, I knew something wasn't going to be good. Looks like I was right. Now, next up on Marvel's list is Captain America the Winter Soldier. And quiet as it's kept, Captain America, the First Avenger, was actually my favorite Phase 1 Marvel movie. Next to the Avengers, of course, but come on, that's in a class all its own. Now, we all know what Captain America the Winter Soldier is going to be about. Cap versus the Winter Soldier, and other conspiracy theory stuff. But I'm, looking at Phase 2 so far, to say initially I was worried about this movie is a bit of an understatement. Now, I do realize that early reviews for this movie are looking really good, but early reviews looked good for Iron Man 3 too. And don't worry, we're gonna discuss the Guardians of the Galaxy and the next Avengers in a later video. But for right now, I just want to talk about Phase 2 so far. So at the end of the day, Captain America, I have been disgraced twice by Marvel. Some will disagree with me, call me what you want, but I've said what I thought of the movies. Now again, keep saying this, I like the movies, I own them, but man, to compare, Anyway, Captain America, it is up to you and your lovely butt, and Black Widow's butt, to re-establish that deep faith that I've come to have in these Marvel movies. And you know what, Cap? I think you can do it. Now comes the part in the video where I write an open letter. And the thing about these open letters, they're not going to be in every video, but, you know, they're going to pop up here and there. Dear Marvel Studios, oh how I love you. But that's not the topic of this letter. On behalf of myself, and many others that will agree with me after they hear this statement, we ask you, for the sake of future Thor movies, to kill Jane Foster. Just do it. Please. We all like Natalie Portman. We get it. She's gorgeous. But her character must die. I am tired of her, and many other people are too. Let her die. Please. I love you very much, but kill Jane Foster. From the Midwest with love, Kenatonic. In the comment section below, let me know the topics that you want to hear in these discussion videos. Follow me on Twitter at KThrice and click the annotations for other videos that I have done. I've been Kenatonic, and I'm glad we had this talk.